Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. We've been sent a really interesting looking puzzle by Redundant, who we've featured on the channel a few times. He's, or she's, very short on vowels, but very long on clever puzzles. So I'm looking forward to this. It's called Domino Pals. Now, do check out the links under the video for all the usual stuff, our apps, merchandise, Sudoku pad, Patreon, Discord. You can get to them all on the links under the video. We've also been doing streaming and just stick with the channel and find out what's going on. That's always a good thing to do. But what's going on today is this puzzle. So the rules are, well, the rules are some of the normal rules we have. So 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. That's normal Sudoku rules that do apply. Orange lines are palindromes. So they read the same in both directions. Those two cells must be the same. Black dots join digits with a 1 to 2 ratio. We've only got a couple of those in the puzzle. White dots join consecutive digits. So that's the normal Kropke rules. We'll get to the no negative constraint in a moment. X's join digits which sum to 10. And V's join digits which sum to 5. I need to put my proper teeth in today. But anyway, those are the rules. Not all dots, X's or V's are given. That's all we get. Just an empty grid, no numbers, I mean, a few markings, and an interesting puzzle to solve. So do give it a try on the first link under the video. I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. And there's very little to bite on here. I don't see how to use the palindromes. I mean, you have the fact that those digits will be the same and must match a digit somewhere there, and those two there, and so on. Right. Now maybe in this row, where we have a black dot and a V, and I seem to remember that there are very few combinations that work. If you had a 1-4 here on the V, then the black dot couldn't use 1 or 4. I think it would have to be 3-6. And then interestingly, this white dot would have to have an 8 on. So if you had 1-4 there and 3-6 there, you need to have an even digit on a white dot. And 2 won't work because 1 and 3 have been used elsewhere in the row. So there'd be an 8 there. Now let's just have a quick look at 2-3 here. That means this has to be 4-8 because 2 and 3 have been used. 2, 3, 4, 8. Then there would be a 6 on this white dot. That would be the even digit. And I'd love to say this all meant that all these were odd or something, but that's not true because in the first version of that, there was still a 2 to come. So I'm a bit stuck. Right, come on. It's going to be set theory, isn't it? And I've been led to this either by my subconscious, and it could be wrong anyway, but it looks to me very set theory now. Either my subconscious was observing these palindrome shapes, or more likely there's just nothing else to go on here. Therefore, I am now, look at these. These share the same digits in that column and that row, that column and that row, that column and that row, that row and that column. And that's telling me, let's highlight columns 4 and 7 in purple. Oh no, let's do it in orange. And rows 4 and 7 in blue, to match the colours of Simon's famous Scrabble bags. Now we know by the rules of Sudoku that the oranges consist of 2 lots of the digits 1 to 9 and the blue consist of 2 lots of the digits 1 to 9. So that's 2 exactly the same sets of 18 digits. Now we're going to remove some digits that are exactly the same from both bags, from both sets. So all of those 4 are equally blue and orange. We'll take them out. These 2 on the palindrome are the same as these 2 on the palindrome. So we can do that for all the palindromes And now we are left with a batch of 6 orange and 6 blue cells that contain identical digits. This is definitely something. The orange cells, those pair add up to 20. This pair of blue cells add up to 10. So there's a difference of 10 between these blue cells. And these are on black dots. They have to be 10 more than whatever's in these 2 cells. Now the minimum that can be in those 2 is 1 and 2, which adds up to 3. So these have to be a minimum of 10 more than that. They have to add up to 13. Well, the only 2 black dot Sudoku digits you can put in the column that will add up to 13 or more, they do add up to more. They add up to 14. You can put in a 6 and an 8. And they're going to be teamed up on their black dots with a 3 or a 4. By Sudoku, we get a 3 or a 4 there. By white dot rules, that becomes a 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now, 14 they add up to, minus 10, and that fixed rate relationship, that fixed difference still applies because these are always 20 and these are always 10. There's no possible deviation there. We subtract that difference of 10 from 14. These add up to 4, and they must be a 1-3 pair. And that is an actual start to this puzzle, and it's set theory that has given it to us. I mean, that's a complicated start. I'm very glad I saw that. Now, we get a 3 or a 4 over here. We get a 2 or a 4 over here. So there's a virtual 2-4 pair in that group, and there's a virtual 3-4 pair in that. What do I mean by that? I mean that the V here, if that's a 2, this has to be a 1-4V. And then 2 and 4 have been used in those 3 cells. But if this is a 4, this is a 2-3V. And then 2 and 4 have been used in these cells. So none of these can be 2 or 4. Actually, those are all the same as these because of the palindrome. Now, do these have to be different? Yes, of course. The blues have still got the colouring in. Yes, we need a 6 and an 8 in the oranges. So one of these is a 6-4 pair and the other is a 2-8 pair. And that is a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know what to call it when it's a group. Those cannot be both 2-8 pairs. We need one of each. And I think we now have 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8 in orange. So yes, again, the blues are a set as well. Now, how can we use that? If the highlighted 4 cells have to be different. They can't be the same. Again, we've got a 3-4 virtual pair down here. I don't know what it means though. What I mean is I don't know how to use it. It's clear that there is something going on. I think it's going to be important that this is a 2, 4, 6, 8 group. Again, we've got a 2-4 pair going on there. So this can't be 2, 3, or 4. I mean, that's not interesting. These are different because their 6-8s are different. One 3 at the top. I don't see what that's doing. Oh, a bit stuck here. I'm quite pleased with that set break-in. I doubt the set is giving me much more than that. There might be another set that I meant to pick up as well. but I don't know what it is and I don't know how to find it. Okay, this is odd, but I don't think this is going to turn into an odd even puzzle. Okay, this can't be a 1. It can't use digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, or there'd be too many such digits in those 5 cells. You'd have 5 cells all containing numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't make sense. So they use cells from 5, or it could be a 4, 5 pair even. So from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't see what that gets me. Crumbs. What am I missing here? This pair. This pair does use a 2 or a 4 because 6 and 8 have gone in the column. So is that... It's selected from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if it's using 2 and 4. Now we've nearly got a group in the box of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I could get 1 out of that, we'd be away a bit. Well, we'd have a useful 4-cell set. Are these more determined than they look? I don't think so. Right, I'm still looking for something here. There are 3 cells in the bottom row not on lateral white dots. 9 has to be somewhere here. That's not, it doesn't do anything. Gosh. There is some relationship that I'm just not picking up here, isn't there? Ah, you're right. These are a set of 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever this is not in those 3 cells, but there must be in the set, so it's in that one. So that and that are the same. In fact, I'm going to get rid of all the colouring now because I think it has served its purpose in the set. And I may come back to that and recolour them at some point. But what I want to do now is colour those 2. Well, let's go for a different colour. I can't remember what colours I just had actually. Let's go for purple there. And that's quite interesting. Okay, what is quite interesting is that is not purple, because purple is the black cell complement of that, which is different from this. So if purple was 3, that's a 6, that's an 8, this is a 4. That is not purple. So purple is up here and is 3 or 4. I'm trying to colour it half purple up there. Purple's in one of those cells, and now it forms a virtual 3-4 pair in the box, and we get a digit. That is a 2. It's a useless digit because that can still be 1 or 3, but never mind. This can't be 2 down here. Now 4 must be the even digit in this pair, and that's not a 4. Oh, also 3 and 4 have gone in this column, so neither of these are 3 or 4. Well, they must be a 1-2 pair now. They can't be 5 with 4 or 5 with 6. Yeah, okay, so that's a 1-2 pair. 3 and 4 are up here. We've had 6 and 8. These are from 5, 7 and 9. This is even. 2 is in one of those 2 cells. That's probably not helpful. Now, hang on, I can pull the same trick again with these 4 that are different. Maybe taking away the colouring didn't help, but this digit, where does it appear in those 4? It must be somewhere in them. It's got to be here. Yes, so that is a 2 or a 4 as well. Let's go green this time. Oh yeah, I could have taken 3 and 4 out of those cells. That's 1 or 2. Right, green and green. Now we've got a different... Oh, that's green on the palindrome, obviously. Oh, maybe it doesn't do anything. I'll tell you what it does do. Right, I'm just working out the relationship. on these palindromes, what's quite interesting here, and this is really important, I imagine, is that these three cells are the same as these three. Obviously, those two are the same by the palindrome, those two are the same, that's always the same as itself. So in a way, it's a fatuous comment, but I'm still making it. And the reason I'm making it, I did have a reason, and it was a very good one, and now I've forgotten it, which is really bright. I just saw something useful. Okay, 2 and 4 have definitely been used in these cells. And that means none of these are 2 or 4. And that means none of these are 2 or 4. And only one of these is 2 or 4. So exactly one of these is 2 or 4. When I say one of these, I mean one of those, which means one of these is 2 or 4. Now, can I prove it's not the 2? So what I'm doing is saying the 2 and 4 are used there, so none of these cells are 2 or 4. That means none of these are. One of those is, so exactly one of these is 2 or 4. Come on, think about it. Yes, all these 5 can't be low. And that means 2 cannot be on this white dot. And that means 2 isn't, yeah, if 2 was on this white dot, it would be with 1 or 3. That would form a triple with that, and both of these would have to be 4, and that's nonsense. So 2 is not on the white dot. Therefore, 2 is not in that group of cells, and it's not in this group of cells. And we know it's not in this group of cells because it can't be in this group of cells. So in this column, 2 can only be in this pair. Wow, that's mad. But that forms a different pair from this pair because of the original set. So that's a 4 or a 6. This can't be 1 or 9. And that becomes a 2, and we've actually got digits. 2 in green, that's a 3, 4 in purple. One of those 2 is a 4. This is a 3, 6 there, which we could have proved by the 8 on the black dot down here. Gosh, this puzzle. It's an absolute head wrecker. Sorry if you can hear the shouting in Japanese from the flat below. 4 goes there. That is 3 or 5. Now, this is a pair which involves an even digit, which is a 6. So that's from 5, 6, 7. Again, this cell obviously is the same as this. So that's from 5, 6, or 7. And there's definitely a 6 here. So we've used in this column 4 here, 6 in those, 2 and 8. These are all odd. No, I don't know. Oh, that's become a 1 just by Sudoku. That's where 2 goes. That fixes 2 and 8. The 1 must appear in one of those cells in column 3. None of these are 1s now, because those can't be 1s, so those can't be 1s. 8 is in one of these 2 cells in the row. And that means it can't be in these in the column, but I sort of knew that. These are odd again, because 2, 8, 4, and 6. They can't involve 3, so they're from 1, 5, 7, 9. They must have a 1 on for this row. Yeah, and again, that translates there must be a 1 in this column, in these 3 cells. And now that becomes a 3 at the top of the grid. And that's a 1. It's really strange. Right, that's not a 3, and it's on the, what's it called, the palindrome. These don't have a 1 on. Yes, I've worked that out. No, I'm not sure. 3 is in I want to say one of those 2 cells, but it might be available to be there. So, okay, I just need to think clearly. What about this bottom row? We've got a 4 in it now. So 4 is in one of these 2 cells. These involve either a 6 or an 8 and a digit next to those. And the other of 6 or 8 is up here with the 4, isn't it? I think that's right. Only one of them can be in this pair of cells. Oh, come on. Let's keep thinking clearly. 3 in box 4 must be in one of those 2 cells. Hadn't seen that. So that fixes this white dot cell as a 5. That's not a 5, it's on the palindrome. This isn't a 5 and it's on the palindrome. 6 and 7. 3 and 9 must be in these cells. 3 and 9 must be in those cells in column 4, so they must be in these cells in row 4 by the magic of palindromes. So these are from 5, 7 and 8 now. That means 1 and 9 must be here and must be here. I could have worked that out separately. But that means 1 and 9 are here, 2 and 3 is here. This can't be 5 or 4. The possible digits are 6, 7 and 8. And therefore this definitely uses a 7 as its odd number. And this group of cells doesn't have a 7 in. Right, this is going to help us. They are 1, 5, 9. These can't have a 5 in. They are a 7, 8 pair. These now can't have a 7 in the row. And it's going to funnel around the grid. 3, 5, 9 there. This can't be 5, which is, we learnt from there as well. So 6 or 7. This is a 6, 7 pair. Now, 4 is there. 7 is here. 8, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3 is in one of those 2 cells. This is from 6, 7 or 9. I rather think it couldn't be a 6 or 7 because of uniqueness, but I'm not going to use that because it wouldn't prove the solution of the puzzle was unique. That can't be a 4, which hasn't changed. Oh, it can't be a 6. That's an 8. Okay, that has changed the possibilities here. That's 7 or 9. We need an 8 up here with the 1. 2, 1, 8, 3. One of these is 4. 6 is in this group. That's not interesting, except in as much as it means 6 is in this pair. These are from 3, 7, 9, and they definitely include a 3. Oh, look, 3, 5, 9, triple there. So this is a 7. Oh, and that's going to fix 6 and 4. It's going to make this a 9, and this a 3, and this a 7, and this a 5. It's finished box 4. This is 4, 1, 5 pair over here, and a 3, 9 pair that can be written in. Oh, this puzzle. 1, 6 pair there. Now, what's going on in these columns? I've got some more white dots that I haven't used. I don't know where to be looking next. So much has happened suddenly. Not there. Maybe there. Maybe here. Now, this is not 5. It doesn't use a 4 or a 5. It doesn't use a 7 because there's a 7 used there. It's not a 1, 2 pair. So I reckon it could be 2, 3 or 8, 9. That's all it can be. I don't know which. That's so irritating. If it was 8, 9, this would be a 1, 5 pair. It seems to work. Okay. Okay, can't do any more there. Let's look up or down or somewhere. 5 must be in one of those 2 cells, mustn't it? No, it could be there. That's not true. Okay. Oh, I'm sure there's just some Sudoku that I haven't done because I haven't really thought about the general Sudoku aspects for quite a long time here. This is a very clever puzzle. I do want to finish this smoothly, if I possibly can, but just to do it justice. But that would require some insight that I'm not having. 3 is obviously in one of those cells. These could be anything from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as far as I can see. This pair can't have a 1 in. Ah, okay. Where does 1 go in the final column? It doesn't go in this pair because 2 is unavailable. That 1 says it's not there, so it goes here. That is a really weird spot. Now, 5's in one of those. Along with what? Not with 9. Sorry, I mean 5 might be there, but what's on the white dot? Not 1, 2, 3 or 9. So it's from 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. It can't be a 7, 8 pair because of that cell wouldn't be able to be filled. So it's from 4, 5, 6 and 7. And that is the end of that chain of reasoning, irritatingly. Okay, that is odd. That 1 is odd. Those 2 are both odd as well. There must be an odd on that pair and on that pair. And that's all 5 odds. So both of these 2 are even, which is absolutely weird. They can't be 4. So that's 6 or 8. This is 2, 6 or 8. And it's an odd discovery, or an even discovery more specifically, but I'm not sure it helps. 4, 7 pair. I know that now that those are a 4, 7 pair. And I should probably have known that earlier, but anyway, I found it out now. This is a 5, 6, 9 triple, so this is a 3, 7 pair. This is huge. Oh, I've had that 7 looking at that cell for ages. Sorry, if you were shouting that out, I just couldn't hear you. 6, 7, 6, 9 there. Okay, that's big. So 9 comes off that possible palindrome cell. 6 comes out of there. That's a 4, 8 pair. This is a 6, 7 pair. That's a 3. And that means this isn't a 2, 3 pair. It's an 8, 9 pair, which gives us 1, 5, 9, 5, 1. That gives us 6, 1. The 5 comes out of there and there. I feel we've made progress here. This now can't be a 6, 7 pair, interestingly, because of that cell. So it has a 5 in it. All right, oh look, this 1, 2's done. That means this is 2 and 3 here. Am I going to be able to use my even deduction here? It doesn't look like it, actually. Bother. Right, but let's just keep thinking as we go. 4, 5, 2, 1, 9, 3, 8. Stuck again. No, I'm sure I'm not. 1 is in one of those 2 cells in box 3. 2. Can 2 be there? No. Oh, that's rather pretty. 2 in box 2 is in one of those 2 cells. If it was here, this would have to be a 1, which it can't be, or a 3, which it can't be, because if that was a 2, 3 pair, you couldn't fill that cell. So 2's not there, it's here in blue. I don't really need any of the colours I've got anymore. Let's just get rid of all of those, and indeed even that. Okay, so we've got a 2 here. That gives us 2 and 3 down there. These are from 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it's either a 3, 4 pair or an 8, 9 pair. It can't be an 8, 9 pair because that would give you 6, 3, 5, and this would be a 4, 7. So it's a 3, 4 pair. I think that has to be right. 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yes. That's a 3, 4 pair. Then we get 9, 5, 7 is going to be here along with 6 or 8. Yes. So fill in the palindrome. 5, 9, 3 there. This can't be 5. This can't be 9. This can't be 5, but there is a 5 on the dot. so it's there. That makes this a 6. That sorts out 8 6s a pair. 1 8 are done there. That's where 1 goes in this box. 8 5 2. That becomes a 7. That's on a palindrome. These must all be done. Oh yes, 3 is looking at that. 4 is looking at that. 6 is looking there. The only place for 9. 4 7. Now we really are just finishing off a few cells that remain. 9 8 4 8 6 7 8 and 9. And what an excellent pals-like puzzle. Domino pals. Yeah, Redundant has got them working together very, very neatly. A little bit of a set break in. I'm sure that was necessary. Really confident. But then there was some quite intricate virtual pairs to spot. Good fun all round. Thank you so much to Redundant and everybody in the Sudoku community for making it such fun. And hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.